What's up, YouTube? I'm here back with another video. We're doing a mukbang or mukbang or whatever how you call it. I'm here with my husband, and today we got some chicken, barbecue chicken. We got some. Is it on there? Is it on there?
What?
I'm showing the fries.
Yes.
We got some fries, and we got some Dunkin' Donuts. All right, so this is our first time doing this, so I gotta bear with us. Kind of shy doing it, whatever. We started eating. All right, we came on here to eat, and then second of all, we wanted to discuss the movie. What's it called? When they see us. Now, I watched the movie about when it first, I guess, came out for everybody to watch it. And then my husband, before we did this video, he had wanted to watch the episode. So we went over the episodes. He watched it first time, watched it yesterday, last night. And so we figured we'll come on here, eat a little bit, and discuss it for a little while. So first of all, you know, I want to say the movie was very good. I liked it, all the episodes. If that's the way that they actually went through everything that they went through, I think they did it, they did very good acting. It was 5, just to give you a backstory for the ones that not sure what I'm talking about. It's When They See Us, that's the name of the series, and it's 5 young teenagers ranging from 14 to 16. The oldest was 16. And they were black kids. And I guess they stayed in New York. And they all tell like different stories of what each kid was doing prior to them getting caught up in this whole mess. And remind you, this is a spoiler alert. So if you didn't see it yet, then go see it and then watch this video. But
go ahead.
So they, it was prior to everything that, they was doing prior to they got caught up in this whole mess. They showed different stories, and then it's just like a bunch of young black kids just all grouped up. I guess they were supposed to go to a party, but I guess, I don't know if they was taking shortcuts through the park or they just wanted to have fun before they go to the party or whatever. But
just having fun. Yeah,
they all was grouping all up, just a whole bunch of black teens just having a bunch of fun going through the park. And I guess, they got caught up into some stuff to where there were other people in the park that was doing some things like bullying, beating up people, and raping people. But these kids had nothing to do with what was going on, that mess that was going on in the park. So the cops end up coming and, shutting everything down, and kids scatter everywhere. They run in and then end up getting a whole bunch of kids into the the police station, the precinct. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And they questioning them. Now the lady, what's her name? Feinstein?
Yeah, I think Linda Fairstein.
Fairstein? I don't know. That lady, to me, I guess she just got promoted. Promoted to a new position in the police station or whatever. I don't know. And I guess she wanted to show out in front of these people. I guess she wanted to show her boss that, she was meant for this and that she was going to do anything possible to show that she was meant for this job. Mm-hmm. So, long story short, she just sat up there and told those officers and investigators to go in there and interrogate these boys. They had it in their mind that you gonna be the suspect and you going down for this crime no matter if you did it or not. They didn't care at all. And she talking about she wanted justice for the young lady that got raped. But how you want justice for somebody to where you're not even trying to figure out who really did the rape?
Right.
And you know something to say?
Basically the 5 boys, their names was Corey, Antron, Yusuf. What was
Kevin.
his name? Kevin. And,
It was Corey, Antron, Yusuf, Kevin,
and what was the Latin boy name? Ray.
Ray. That was the Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Latin. Right.
But
But yeah, that lady, man, she was on some other stuff. Like she just didn't care about what the boys was doing, or if the boys was really innocent or not. She was just trying to find somebody to take the blame for this lady, because of course whatever happened to the lady got raped. Excuse me. What happened to her was bad, but she was just on a mission to convict somebody, because apparently at that time it was like 3,000 plus rapes in the state of New York, and I guess they wasn't solved at all from what I understand in the movie. Like it was just a lot of raping going on. So I guess she was just trying to finally get some type of conviction, in this case particularly. And so happens the boys was black, and she was trying, like I said, it didn't seem like, at first she was trying to like make it seem like it wasn't no racial thing, but it was basically what it was, because off rip she just said, oh, we want all blacks that was out there partying. We want all of them to come in. I want everybody to go search for anybody that's black that's been in the park at that time and bring them in for investigation. So she was just really like jacked up in the head, basically.
yeah. So they sit up there and they go through this whole investigation. They're hitting on the kids. First of all, they ain't even supposed to be interviewing these kids because they're minors without any type of their parents or attorneys or anything. They just had a ball day with these kids. Like they just went in there and just started physically abusing them, mentally abusing them. Like they had them kids everywhere. And I get it that they're kids, you know what I'm saying, kids. And what they said, they had them in there for like 2 days, going on 2 days? Or was it a day?
Something like that, without eating.
Without no water, no food, not going to the bathroom. Like, they had these kids in there. And not to mention, like, they already probably how long they been up before this happened. And them kids had no sleep, no nothing. They just was in there just, like, abusing those kids and trying to lying and try to pull like little tricks and, well, you can go home if you just admit that you did this. Well, if you don't want to admit that you did it, who did it? Like they try to like use different names, and these kids like, I don't even know these people. Like I don't even know the names that you telling me that excuse me, that supposed had did it. They like, I don't even know these kids.
Yes, they didn't know each other.
Right. And so they was like making up all kind of stories like, well, didn't Kevin do this? Or Ray was the one that did this, and it was just like
basically putting them all against each other.
Right.
So each person was in an interrogation room. One cop telling Ray like, "Oh yeah, Antron said that you was on top of the girl and you was doing this," and then he told Antron, "Oh, Ray is telling us that you did it," and then they told Kevin the same thing. They were just telling. They was telling each of the kids like, oh, this person is telling on you, you should tell on them what really happened or whatnot, and had these kids writing statements, just telling them, just putting stuff in their heads just so they can like actually believe they was there when they really wasn't. Basically doing stuff they ain't even supposed to be doing because all of them was under age to even be interrogated like that.
There's a pop in there.
Close
the refrigerator.
Yeah, they was basically just hitting on them, grabbing them, and the kids ain't got no lawyers, no parents. They were scared, and they got them down there for a while, just doing that, asking them questions and having them writing statements. So off rip, it was just some
Man.
funny stuff going on.
And so, you know, everybody's just tired, at this moment. Everybody, kids tired, they're ready to go home. Some of the parents didn't even know their kids was there. Some of the parents that did know their kids was there didn't know, exactly how to handle the situation themselves because, they don't really know what's going on. And the kids are just begging for them to just sign the papers for they can go home. And they like, they feeling, some of the parents are just feeling like, okay, like we don't want to do it, but they looking at their brother or their child like, okay, they trying to, they feeling their pain, but they ain't never sent them kids home. they had them parents and them kids sign that paper and that was it. And let's see, poor old Corey, he was only down there for his friend Yusuf, right?
Yeah.
He was only down there for his friend, and he ended up getting caught up in the mess. And that lady, Ernstine, whatever her name is, I don't like her. She just sat up there and just was like, none of the stuff made sense. So like they like trying to figure out to make it make sense, and none of it made sense. The cops was not making any sense with their story. How the way they wanted the kids to lie, just none of it made sense. So
actually, none of them were supposed to be down there. When you think about it, I said none of them was supposed to be down there.
None of them was supposed to be down there.
Especially Kevin and Antron.
Right.
They only went down there just because they were just following the crowd.
Right.
And Kevin was on his way home.
I'm talking about at the police.
I know that, but I'm just saying just to tell the story that Kevin, he was on his way home from school, and so happened he see like this group of kids, heading down to the park, and everybody, it was like I said, it was a party, basically down at the park, where the kids was just causing ruckus down at the park, just just doing stuff. Kevin wasn't supposed to, he ain't really know anybody. Kevin was just walking home with his sax, I think it was a trumpet, trumpet. And he just so happened seeing the kids walk. He ran home, got his coat. His mom was sick or whatnot. Yeah. And he ran out after him. I think Antron was the same way. He wasn't supposed to be hanging around with that type of crowd or whatnot.
That's what I say. Everybody had different things that they were supposed to do. Kevin actually, that's the youngest one, right?
Yeah.
Kevin actually was supposed to go with his friend to a basketball game. Remember?
Yeah. Yep.
And he was supposed to do that.
Yep.
Corey was supposed to be chilling with his little lady friend, eating chicken. Yusuf, he was just chilling. Like, they wasn't like my husband said, they was not supposed to be there.
Yusuf the one that got Corey to leave.
Right.
Because he wanted to go. And that's when he went and got Corey, and Corey decided he wanted to go with him down there to the party or whatever.
Basically, all of them was just doing some following stuff. And they got caught up in some stuff that they shouldn't been got caught up in. I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm not saying that at all. But they had prior engagements and things that they were supposed to do, but end up getting caught up in the crowd. And it happened to a lot of us. But, so, fast forward, they're in court, they're in trial. Like I said, nothing is making any sense.
Don't, you're skipping ahead too far.
Wow.
So, after they got interrogated or whatever, or when they was getting, before they actually got interrogated, when Fairstein was saying, get all the blacks and all that and bring them down there, they had